Okay, our next is vectors. Vectors, these are the quantities which have the magnitude as well as the directions. The physical quantities. Magnitude means numerical value, size of that quantity, and direction, in which direction these quantities represented. And geometrically it is represented by an arrow. The size of arrow is magnitude, and this points the direction. This is called tail of vector, and this is called head of vector. We represent this, means this is the magnitude. If we give the name A to B, then AB is the magnitude of the vector, and if we draw the arrow on it, this will be show the direction. And if we have the symbols for the quantities like force vector, velocity vector, ठीक है, then you never write the opposite आता है नु इधर नु write कर देंगे, this is wrong. But if you say that AB, this is AB vector, and if we say that BA, B to A, this is BA vector. But as we say this AB vector, that is negative of BA vector, and this negative sign represents the opposite form, opposite direction, means these two are in opposite directions. Then after we have the types of vectors. We have a types of vectors. First we say that position vector, because to describe the motion we need the position. So there is a position vector that will be give the direction from the origin point. If we say in one dimensional motion, this is one dimensional motion, and this is the position. So this OP vector, that is the X vector, position vector. And if we say that two dimensional motion, XY, two dimensional, and this is the point P, XY coordinates, O origin, this is called the position vector. And in three dimensional it can be shown like this: X with origin, Y, Z, again the point P with the coordinates X, Y, Z, and it is again the position vector that is represented with the R. This position vector gives the straight line distance from the origin and the direction from the origin. And for the second we have displacement vector. Displacement vector, which give the change of position with respect to time, is called the displacement vector. If we say, again we say in one dimensional motion, this is point A, this is point B. This is the origin, t time and t dash time. This is x vector, this is x dash vector. This is position of A with respect to origin, x vector, position of B with respect to origin, x dash vector. Then in time interval, t dash minus t, the displacement vector is x dash minus x. This is called the displacement vector. And if we want to show it in two dimension, then we say that A and B, these are its position vectors. If we say R dash with origin, then this is called the displacement vector. That is AB vector is R dash minus R vector. So displacement vector is the difference between the two positions. Two vectors are equal if their magnitude is same, their direction is same. How we write the negative vector? If we have this vector A, its negative vector is in opposite direction but having the same magnitude, these are called the negative vectors. Here we have one important vector form, that is called unit vector. Very important term, unit vector, which has a unit magnitude and it is used only to represent the directions. How we get this vector? If the vector divided by its magnitude, it give a new vector that is called the unit vector, and it is represented as a cap or a hat. This is called unit vector. So if a vector's magnitude multiplied by this unit vector, it gives the vector in that particular direction. And if Now we are using the Cartesian coordinate system to represent the position, to describe the motion. So we have to describe the direction for these three coordinate system. So for x-axis it is I cap, for y-axis it is j cap, and for z-axis it is k cap. Means how we write the vector form. How we write, like a vector along x-axis is written as its magnitude with unit vector, and in along y-axis its magnitude unit vector, along z-axis its magnitude with the unit vector. This is called the unit vectors for this Cartesian coordinate system. And if we multiply a vector with a real number, say with 2, multiply with 2, then it gives double magnitude of this vector, same direction. But if we multiply it with -2, then it gives the opposite direction, because negative sign shows the opposite direction, but in opposite direction magnitude becomes twice times. Then how, these are the whole thing, how we represent the vector form, how we represent the vector. Now we have the addition of vectors. How we add the vectors? Addition of vectors. Addition of vectors. Addition of vectors. It is represented by geometrically, the addition of vectors is represented by draw the vectors. Means if we want to add, this is p vector plus this is q vector. So first we draw the first vector. Second, the tail of second coincide with the head of first and draw in a given direction. And their resultant is drawn from the tail of first to the head of last vector. This is give the direction of the resultant vector. Resultant vector means that is the single equivalent vector which give the same effect as the 2 or 3 vectors gives simultaneously. So this is geometrically addition of vectors. If we say that this is p vector and this is q vector in opposite form, then how we draw? We draw this is p vector. Now अपने आप ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ change नहीं कर सकते. So we have draw this, and what is the rule? Draw of tail to the head of this vector. So we can say that like this. This is q vector. Then this is the resultant of these two, that is p vector plus q vector. And if we have these two vectors p and in direction q, then how we represent? Again we draw the p vector, tail of this, head of this, that is q vector, and the first tail and the last vector head, that will be give the resultant, that is the r vector. So this is the simple method how we add the two vectors, given vectors in given directions, because we don't change the direction of these two vectors. Then we have the basic laws for the addition of the vectors. And the basic laws, the first law is the triangle law of vector addition. Very simple law used to add the two vectors. Triangle's law of vector addition. Its statement is, if the two vectors are represented by the two sides of the triangle in same order, then the resultant is represented by the closing side of the triangle in a opposite order. If we say that we have this triangle, that is AB side represents the P vector and BC side represents the Q vector in same order. This pattern is a same order, in same order. Then this side, closing side, you can say, this third side in a opposite order. This is called the opposite order, because if we draw this arrow here, this will become the same order. This is the triangle law of vector addition. Means the resultant means AC vector is equal to AB vector plus BC vector. Direction. Keep in mind when we write this, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ order याद रखना. Means when you say that in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, AC is the resultant vector of these two, AB vector and BC vector, or we can say that R vector is P vector plus Q vector. Then we have the methods how to find the magnitude and the direction by using the analytical form in the triangle law of vector addition. For that we take these two vectors, that is AB is represents P vector side, BC represents Q vector, and this is the resultant R vector. Now extend this and draw the perpendicular here. This is angle theta. Now here we only write the magnitudes of the vectors, and we have the sides AB that is equal to P, and BC that is equal to Q, and AC that is equal to R. We have only these sides. So now in triangle ACE, in triangle ACE, we have AC square that is equal to AE square plus CE square. Now this AE is AB plus BE. So AC square is AB plus BE whole square CE square. Then we write AC square AB square plus BE square. We can write it here. Then 2AB BE, and we say it equation 1. Now come to this small triangle BCE. Again the Pythagoras, BC square is BE square plus CE square. Then we have sine theta in this triangle, CE upon BC, or we can say CE is BC sine theta, Then we have the cos theta, that is BE upon BC, or we can say BE is BC cos theta. Okay, now we have these terms. Now again come to this equation 1. Here BE square plus CE square. In this place we write this value. BC square is BE square plus CE square. And here in BE we write this BC cos theta. क्योंकि साढ़े कोले सिर्फ 3 values ने, but we have to represent this. So what is this? AC square AB square plus, in place of this BC square, 2AB BC cos theta. Then here R square, then A square B square plus this vector P square Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. And what is the magnitude of the resultant? P square Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is the magnitude of the resultant vector by using the triangle law of vector addition, that is P square plus Q square 2PQ cos theta. And if now we get the direction of this resultant vector, makes this in the angle beta with this vector P vector. Then how we get the direction of this? That is tan beta. What is the tan beta in this triangle? Tan beta, that is the CE upon AE. Then CE upon, and what is again this AE? AB plus BE. and now this CE, that is BC sin theta, BC sin theta over AB plus this BE is BC cos theta. Then what we write here, tan beta is equal to, this BC is again Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. So now we have the two results. This result is used to find the magnitude of the resultant vector of the two vectors, that is given by the triangle law of vector addition, and this gives the direction of the resultant vector given by the triangle law of vector addition. Now the second we have the parallelogram. Second we have the parallelogram law of vector addition. Here we have, if the two vectors are represented by the adjacent side of parallelogram, two vectors are represented by the adjacent sides of parallelogram, adjacent sides, they are acting at angle theta, adjacent side, then by completing this parallelogram, the diagonal passing through this is the resultant of these two vectors, diagonal passing through this, and we say that C. Then if P vector and here is Q vector, then how we write the resultant here, AC vector diagonal, AC vector is AB vector plus this AD vector, again the R vector is P vector plus Q vector. Now we again solve this by using the same procedure that we have do in the triangle law of vector addition. Again, if we extend this, draw this perpendicular, this is angle theta, and again this resultant make the angle beta, then again we get the same triangle, same procedure by using this again, first in this triangle, then in this triangle, and again the resultant is this P square Q square 2PQ cos theta, and the direction is Q sin theta over P plus Q theta. Means we just only have the difference of statement in triangle law and parallelogram law. In triangle law, two vectors are represented by the two sides of triangle in same order. Then in a resultant side is the closing side is the resultant of these two vectors. And in parallelogram law, we have the two vectors are represented by the adjacent sides of the triangle, and then the diagonal passing through that point gives the resultant of these two vectors, and the magnitude of resultant is represented by this formula, and the direction of the this resultant is given by this formula. Then we have, if we add the vectors more than two vectors, then what we have to use, then we have the third law, that is called polygon law of vector addition. Polygon law vector addition. According to this law, polygon law of vector addition, if the number of vectors are represented by the sides of the polygon, now polygon have the sides pentagon, hexagon, like this, then number of vectors, that is, we say that let we say that OK is a vector, then this KL is a B vector, then this LM is a C vector, and then this MN is a D vector. These are the sides of polygon in same order. Then the closing side of polygon in opposite order is the resultant of these all vectors. If we have the number of vectors more than two vectors, then how we find the resultant? By using this polygon law of vector addition, same order and closing side, and this is the extension of triangle law of vector addition. Again dekho, if these two vectors, triangles two sides, then this is the resultant of these two, that is A plus B vector. Now if this is one side and this is the second side, then this is the resultant of these two, that is A vector, B vector, C vector. Then if this and this is the two sides, then this is the resultant of these all vectors. We can we can write this means our order same याद उसी तरह ही रखना OKL triangle OKL triangle that is OL vector is OK vector plus KL vector means OL is A vector plus B vector then we say that in triangle OLM in triangle OLM we have this OM vector that is OL vector LM vector that is OM become A vector B vector plus C vector. Now in this triangle OMN in triangle OMN we have this ON vector is a OM vector plus MN vector that is R vector is a vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector. So number of vectors are added by using this polygon law of vector addition. So far we discussed about the vector quantities, their representations, and how the different types of vectors are defined and how the vectors are added by using the vector addition laws. For the two vectors we use the triangle law and parallelogram law, and for more than two vectors we use the polygon law of vector addition. Okay, thank you.